Title of this video is the 12th house Pisces in 5 minutes. So this is the second video of my 5-minute zodiac series. So if you're watching this, you get to learn about the shit, the darkest, the decrepit aspects of your favorite zodiac sign or house in 5 minutes. If you have any placements in Pisces or the 12th house, like me, I have a 12th house stellium, then welcome. You're about to be enlightened about the real problems you could find in that house and what trauma is associated with it. So in my experience, from studying the charts of 12 housers and Pisces people, including Moa, I have found that there is a profound lack of identity. There is, the ego, which is the conditioning of the past, the values that guide you. Whatever informs you to make a decision, that part is really getting dissolved, disintegrated, destroyed by the power of the 12th house Pisces. Because here is where we let go. Our ancestors die because we find healing from the past. But here, to heal, you first have to become aware that you are trapped by the past, that the past is in control of you. So 12th houses Pisceans have an issue that they feel trapped, victimized by the conditioning, the environment. They feel a loss of power, a loss of identity. Like, my identity is based on whoever I'm dealing with, wherever I came from, they're my identity. The connection to the past, to the ancestors, to the DNA, the genetic origin is so strong that it feels like that is dictating the person's life and the person has no control. So life feels meaningless in the 12th house. Because the 12th house are, unfortunately, it's the last house. It's the last sign. The last. Because it's the final destination of the ladder of evolution. All the houses and signs go through a ladder of evolution till eventually they find enlightenment in the 12th house. But to find enlightenment, you first must realize that you're not enlightened. You are trapped. You are a slave. You're a robot. You're a puppet. If you want free will, you first have to realize you don't have free will. How can you be free if you don't know that you are trapped? And that's why the 12th house is connected to jails. It's all about the opposite. Everything the 12th house wants, he gets the opposite of that. A 12th house wants to let go. 12th house wants to relax, to find peace, to heal. So all the 12th house gets is mental illness, slavery, being a puppet, being powerless. To be born in the dirt, to be born in the waters of life is to be a mere drop in the ocean. To be overwhelmed by psychic forces because they are the only thing that you can see. So the person, in order to open up to the psychic realm, must be destroyed in their own boundaries, their own rules. Everything that makes you, your personality, your boundaries, your rules you have for your life, for yourself, your behavior, must be destroyed, which means you must be destroyed. You must be destroyed to be a 12th house or a Piscean. So the trauma is, I can't do anything, just let it all go. It's self-sacrifice. It's looking for an easy way out. Like not doing any work, doing nothing, because you realize the futility of your will. And you don't realize the necessity to overcome that futility, to make things up. The 12th house is the house of illusions. Pisces is about illusions. Being aware of illusions. Every planet you have in that realm is aware of the illusions and the projections and the falsities there. So if you understand what is false, you understand what is real. And when you understand what's real, you understand nothing's real. It's all an illusion. Everything here in Maya, the world, everything around you is, of course, illusory. Meaning it's all meaningless, essentially. Meaning it's like a movie, like a game. And that's a problem of a 12th house Piscean. The 12th house Piscean can feel it's a game. It's not about thinking. It's not about rationalizing, like, yeah, I know it's a movie. Feeling how meaningless and worthless shit it is, actually. It's the garbage realm of the zodiac. So the 12th house of themselves, they feel like they are the garbage. All they're dealing with is shit. So if it's all shit, then a person wants to let go of it. Wants to dissolve and die. To go back like a fish into the ocean. So that's why it's prone to escapism. Why it wants to avoid the problems. Like, no, let go. It's internal. The person is so focused on the internal, because it's realizing everything is meaningless, that it detaches from the meaning, which is the physical, the substance. It's a destructive house. It's destroying substance. Yeah, it's like water. When you put water in a soup, the soup loses its flavor. That's the shadow of the 12th house Piscean. They take the flavor out of the soup because they do too much water. Too much water means you drown and there's no flavor. So you need to act. You need to make peace with the illusion. That means you need to allow the illusion to take over consciously. A planet in the 12th house of Pisces must allow the illusion to take over consciously. It's like when you watch an actor in a movie, you know the actor is acting. The actor knows he's acting. But the actor needs to pretend that he's not acting to fulfill his role, so he can make it a successful movie. That's exactly how a 12th house or Pisces needs to operate. Because if you identify with what you're doing, you delusional. But if you disidentify too much, you lose all the power. You lose all the strength. You get disconnected, you dissociate. That's a double-edged sword of that house. You know, I talk about double-edged swords, about every house, every aspect, every sign. 12th house needs the illusion to take over. But at the same time being aware that he's doing it consciously. Because if you don't, you are going to die. You are going to die if you don't care about the body that you're in. If you think, yeah, it's all Maya, then you will be destroyed. So, what is the shadow? Is self-destruction. It's the most self-sabotaging of all the houses. That's why it's associated with taking drugs. Because whoever takes drugs, whoever is an addict, doesn't have to be drugs, can also be an addiction to sex, can it be an addiction to novelty, an addiction to movies, games, characters, anything that creates a high. Yeah, it's the high that 12th house seeks, because that's all. It's about the pleasures that are hidden. Yeah. Second house, Venus ruled the lower octave of Neptune. Neptune rules the higher octave. Therefore, Neptune rules the 12th house in Pisces. Venus, physical pleasure, sensual, like touching, comfort, food. But 12th house, non-physical pleasure, art, games, fantasy, movies. The subtle pleasures for which you have to lose yourself. You have to pretend for a moment, but it's real. Because your subconscious, which is what 12 house rules, doesn't see the difference between real and unreal. For your subconscious, nothing is real. It is true. It's of course correct. So you must be okay. You must, if you watch a movie and you tell yourself it's not real, you're not going to enjoy the movie. But if you just let go and you pretend, yeah, it's real, like it is real, like you're acting, but you know you're acting because you're not stupid, then it will be a pleasurable experience. So 12th house is actually very good at that. Whatever planet you have in the 12th house can get to the pleasure, but it can also get stuck in the pleasure, or it can go to the opposite. No, I know the pleasure is not real, let me detach and dissociate or whatever. So that is really the shadow of that house. Now, if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe. If you're interested in a personal reading, one-on-one, if you want to know more about the shadows of your house placements, your sign placements, you can reach out to me through Messenger on Facebook or email. I'm available anytime, and you can watch my services in the photo album section on my Facebook site. You can check the description if you're watching this on YouTube, and you get all the links you need there. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.